Been a while. A little nervous. All right, here we go. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Sounds Like Mike. It has been a while. Doesn't really feel like it's been a while because we've uploaded 2 episodes recently. But those are backlogged. This is the first time we're recording in like months. Anyway, since the summer. Today, we got a really interesting episode for you. We're going to cover the Tom Cruise freak out. I know that's kind of old news, but I really want to give my opinion on it. Like, as a filmmaker, I think it was not completely justified, which is not an opinion I feel like I've heard a lot. But I'll explain why. And then we're also going to get into Walter the Balter, who's this sort of, dare I say, iconic FX9 owner and rigger. Yeah, this shit's pretty crazy, so you're not going to want to miss it. So stick around. But first, we're going to cover... Oh, God, I'm so nervous. It's been so long. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to cut some of this. Anyway, let's get into... before we get into all the interesting stuff, I got a few updates. Basically, we have a new podcast schedule. You might have noticed that they've been coming out every second Thursday for the past month, and that's the way it's going to be from here on out. So this one's coming out on the 31st. If it's not, then you can give me some shit in the comments, I guess. And then I also want to be putting out some more community-focused podcasts. I'm not sure how I'm going to implement that, but for now, every 2 weeks, you can expect a podcast. Community-focused podcast will come out later. That'll be like a live stream with like a Q&A. Maybe we'll look at some like memes and stuff. It'll be a fun time. And not only that, we're also going to do one sort of high-quality produced video every month. So you've heard me talk about this camera rigging ASMR video that's coming out. That's basically ready to go. Just need to do the audio. And then I'm also going to be doing a music video for this song, which nobody's heard. This is basically... Here's a little preview anyway.
I got 10 clients going, I can do it times 2. Filming corporate Christmas parties, eating all the fondue on the short list for 1,000, and I spend it like a dummy. Get my lenses, bags, and cameras buried with me like a mummy. Grab the Wagyu beef and Chardonnay, it's covered by the company.
So that was the best line of the song, so now you don't really have to listen to it anymore. The rough version is out right now, but I'm going to be doing a more refined version with a whole music video and everything. That'll be out February. So January, we got that camera rigging ASMR, and then February, we're going to do something fun with that. We'll see where the restrictions are on that. I got, whether I'm going to get someone else to shoot it, or whether we're just going to make it like a COVID project, might be shooting it throughout January. Who knows? But we got some dope shit coming out. Also, I should probably mention that that's a Cody Ko beat. It was all based on this Cody Ko thing. He submitted some people to like challenged some people to like put some lyrics to this track, and I got a little carried away with it. And now I'm going to do a music video. So it has nothing to do with Cody Ko.
And feel free to check that out on SoundCloud.
No, don't check it out on SoundCloud.
Why not?
I mean, they can, but this is just the rough version. I'm sure you can find it if you look up Corporate Video Boy. Anyway. Well, yeah. Crazy stuff going on. It's been a crazy year. Everyone's had a crazy is the best way to describe it. It's the only way I can describe it. I got a hemorrhoid this year. That's how stressful it's been. I got a hemorrhoid. It's gone now.
Thanks for the update.
Yeah, it's gone now. It was not really like it wasn't a fun thing, but it's kind of a funny thing. Anyway, let's just jump into the good shit. Now we're jumping into the good shit. And the good shit is the Tom Cruise yells at crew thing.
Not the hemorrhoids.
Not the hemorrhoids. I mean, the hemorrhoids is a good shit too, in my opinion. But basically, if you guys haven't heard, there was this whole thing where I'm sure everyone's heard it by now, but in case you haven't, I'm going to play the audio here in just a sec. But just to preface a little bit, Tom Cruise basically, do you know about this?
I've heard of it.
Okay, well, Tom Cruise essentially I guess he caught some of his crew doing something that wasn't very COVID safe. And let me just start by saying that, like, this whole COVID, I'm not here to be like a COVID denier. I don't think COVID is something that is even like debatable. It's been documented by every country and every professional worth their salt. Across party lines, we can agree that COVID is a real thing and it's a real problem. And like the reason why we're in this mess is because of the COVID deniers. So if you're a COVID denier and you think this video is for you, you can go fuck yourself.
It sounded like you're about to start like some conspiracy rant.
This video is for you. COVID isn't real, and Tom Cruise is at the center of it. I know, and I have proof. And today I'm gonna get into it.
Show your receipts.
I got the receipts right here. Okay, none of that's true. Anyway, so I'm just gonna play a little bit of the audio from the Tom Cruise thing, just to give you a flavor of like what.
It does sound like a real thing, though. Tom Cruise being at the epicenter of the COVID.
I mean, he's at the epicenter of the globe in terms of being the only one who can save it. You'll hear. We'll get into that too. Okay, Scientology and shit. All right, let's just hear this. This is the rant.
We're in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies.
So, as far as I know, he wasn't aware that this was being recorded. Someone was trying to secretly record it. And he's yelling at two dudes who were. I'm gonna pause it for a sec. So he's yelling at two dudes who I guess were standing too close together next to a monitor. I don't know whether they were wearing masks. I don't know whether it was inside. It's kind of like I looked at a couple articles and it was hard to tell what the actual specific situation was. There was nobody who really had any information on like what specific COVID protocol was broken. I just read that people were standing too close. Let's listen a bit more before I give my opinion on it.
I never want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too, and you too, and you. Don't you ever do it again.
Anyway, we've all heard this. There's one part that I wanted to. No apologies. This one right here.
You can tell it to the people that are losing their homes because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put food on their table or pay for their college education.
Okay, here's what I think. Basically, this whole COVID thing it's new for everybody. Okay, everyone's getting used to the rules. Sometimes there's only one monitor. Sometimes you got to crowd around the monitor. Sometimes you might forget about the COVID rules temporarily. It's a completely understandable mistake. It would be different if there was a recurring thing, but we don't really have that information. But like, if Tom really actually gave a shit about the COVID protocol thing, I feel like it would be more fruitful just to like kick these guys off and not bring them back until they get tested or something. Because even in this thing, he's like, if you do it again, you're fired. But he doesn't kick them off the set. It's just kind of just like, oh, you guys can keep working, I'm
just gonna rant and scream at you for.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a moment to exert my power on you as like this millionaire yelling at my much lower. They're probably well paid, but they're much lower paid, and they're out here risking themselves to work for you for your fucking movie. And it sounds like the mistake that they made wasn't that bad, like standing too close together if they were wearing masks. It depends. As far as I know, it was two guys or girls, whatever, two people standing close to each other at a monitor. To me it seems like the rant isn't justified. Like, it could have easily been handled in a way that was like, he could have come up to them and been like, hey, you guys really shouldn't be standing close. There's people fucking watching. The producers are watching, aka I, Tom Cruise, am watching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I don't know if Tom, I can't remember what production this was. If it was Mission Impossible or something. But like, ultimately, even if he's not directing, Tom Cruise is fucking Mission Impossible. Like, he's setting the tone. He's setting a big part of the tone for the production. And if this is just like someone knew the blow up was coming or something, they knew tensions were high, the recording, because they knew that it was going to be a blow up, I assume, right? It seems icky. it doesn't seem like a nice way to handle the situation. If you want people to respect COVID guidelines and take it seriously, I don't feel like you yell at them and demean them like that, especially when they're like several layers below you on the totem pole. And it's like them and all their peers are doing their best to make this COVID thing work because they know the implications it has on their industry. And if they're not following the rules, fire them on the spot, kick them off the set. Or if he's really that concerned about it, he should be sending them for COVID testing right away. They should be off the production. I just think the whole rant is unjustified. It's just kind of a moment for him to, I think, feel a little holier than thou, I guess.
Exert some power.
Yeah, it's like, listen, everyone's dealing with this. It's a new thing for the film industry. So it's understandable for them to be mistakes every now and then. And like I said, I'm not trying to justify it. I worked on plenty of COVID-safe sets. I'm really thankful that I've still been able to continue working on productions then. They all follow COVID guidelines. I've produced my own stuff and I follow all the COVID guidelines, zero tolerance whatsoever. If you show up without a mask, you don't want to sign the fucking form. You know what I mean? You're gone. But I see no justification for the behavior. On the other hand, I think it's understandable that he would be so panicked about it, I guess, because there's so much pressure on somebody who's producing a film to uphold these new guidelines.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think that it justifies some billionaire coming in and yelling at these other dudes, you know, who just are making a regular wage, just trying to do their job and make it through this pandemic. And it's a lot more difficult for them. Like, he's a fucking billionaire. He doesn't interact with anyone who has COVID or anything when he leaves set. When he leaves set, he goes to gets in his fucking, I don't know, beautiful
private
car.
jet.
Yeah, he gets in the fucking private jet and he flies to his private island and he has sex with 10 underage girls, and that's just like
Jesus Christ.
and that's it. And they're all tested for COVID. My point is that he's in a bubble. I don't think that he has sex with underage girls. That was just sort of, he's a billionaire. I don't know. Whatever billionaires do, he's in his bubble. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It just seems like he's scared and he's a little full of himself and he's acting out. And like all the speeches, like this video is like, it just goes on. Like, he just finished yelling.
That's what I sleep with every night.
That's what I sleep with every night. Like, he really...
Like, okay, now it's about you.
The future of the fucking industry. Like, he really thinks that he himself, like, solely is the arbiter of filmmaking in the hellscape, like, that is 2020. You know, the apocalyptic wasteland that is 2020.
He is
Tom
the
Cruise.
Messiah.
Yeah, he is. He's the Messiah. He's flying in on a fucking jet and jumping out with a parachute, and he's drop kicking all the poor people, and he's like, "Stop being fucking stupid.
Put your mask on.
Put your mask on." You know, I mean, well, like, they should be wearing a mask.
They
but that's
should
the thing.
be.
Even if they're standing close, if they're wearing a mask, it's an understandable mistake. And also, in a lot of cases, it can be kind of unrealistic. That's why you reduce production sizes, and typically people hire within the same groups. Like, I only work with like a small handful of people these days to limit my contact. And when I'm not working, I don't even leave the house. I don't know. I just think it's like, if he knows them, why is he yelling him at that? Like, and if he doesn't know them, how does he know how they feel about COVID? You know what I mean? He's just taking this opportunity to, and I don't know. And obviously people are going to praise him because I think from an outward perspective, it seems like the right thing to do, to have zero tolerance like that, which it is. You should have zero tolerance. I'm not saying that Tom shouldn't have zero tolerance on the subject, but you can have zero tolerance, but also not
Act like a professional.
Yeah, you can act like a professional, not fucking some deity. It's fucking
Screaming
weird.
at people. It's insane.
Yeah, what I really think this is, I don't think this is Tom even necessarily caring about COVID. I think this is Tom on his mission to save the world. I think this is more Scientology bullshit. And if you don't believe me and you haven't seen this clip, then hopefully you will believe me. Blah blah blah. This video is so this is a video that it's like this Scientology video that I guess Scientology's tried to get rid of a bunch of times on the internet. It keeps popping up and getting taken down and all this stuff. This one's been up since 2008, so I guess it hasn't been taken down that much. But I knew it was controversial when it came out. I can't remember the purpose of this video, but either way, this is Tom Cruise on Scientology by Scientology.
I think it's a privilege to call yourself a Scientologist, and it's something that you have to earn. And because a Scientologist does, he or she has the ability to create new and better realities and improve conditions.
Sick.
Being a Scientologist, you look at someone and you know absolutely that you can help them. So for me, it really is KSW, and it's just like, it's something that I don't mince words with that, you know, with anything that LRH does, but that policy to me has
Just
really
right.
gone, boy. There's a time I went through and I said, you know what? When I read it, I just went, this is it. This is exactly it. Being a Scientologist, when you drive past an accident, it's not like anyone else. As you drive past, you know you have to do something about it because you know you're the only one that can really help.
Right?
But that's
Not the EMTs, not the
professionals who are trained to handle situations like that.
But
But
Tom
you,
Cruise.
as Tom Cruise,
I don't
the
think
actor,
you specifically. I think it's just Tom Cruise. It's just Tom Cruise. I think Tom Cruise thinks that he is legitimately the only one who's able to help. All the car accidents that are happening outside of the ones that Tom Cruise experiences, everyone's
Everyone
fucked.
dies.
They're all dead. So I think this is just Tom Cruise thinking that he's saving the world, and I think Tom Cruise is a fucking maniac. I mean, he's good looking. He's a great actor. His movies are fantastic, but the dude's crazy. And also, I know this video was uploaded in 2008. The video itself is probably older, so some of you might be like, well, maybe Tom's turned a new leaf. Maybe Tom's not crazy anymore. Well. This one, where is this one from? I think this one's from 2020. Oh, it's loading. It's taking forever to load. 2019, fairly recent. Tom Cruise moves his family into his luxurious Scientology apartment block to stop them from leaving the cult, like Katie Holmes. I don't know whose quote that is. Let's read this. The actor's three sisters, something, have all purchased apartments at the Skyview, Florida property records show. I'm just gonna scroll past this. Church dedicated condo is situated just yards away from its global headquarters in Clearwater. So he's very much still in the Church of Scientology, and he's trying to keep his family indoctrinated. The dude is just. That rant does not come from a place of caring, in my opinion. I think he's a psycho, and I think maybe not very soon, but at some point before the Tom Cruise saga has officially left people's minds, I think there's gonna be weird shit coming out about Tom Cruise. I mean, there already is weird shit coming out of Tom Cruise, but regardless, I don't hate Tom Cruise. I just think. This COVID stuff, we can't go around yelling at people on set. That's what we've in the film industry, we've taken so it's taken so long to get to the point where I feel like people just respect each other. Because you go on a lot of union sets, and frankly, just the older, more experienced people you work with, they're often just a little more crass and little less willing to. It's sort of the mentality of I have one job and I do it really well and everyone else can fuck off. They're just not very nice. Whereas I feel like even though the newer, I think, today's filmmakers that are merging and becoming really successful, I feel like even though they're less skilled at specific things, they're generally nicer and their sets are better to work on. And they care, in my experience, they care about safety and they care about treating everyone with respect and they want everyone to enjoy the time on the production. I'm sure Tom Cruise knows about all these things and wants to make that true too. But that rant, bullshit. Fuck you, Tom Cruise.
Doesn't create a very safe feeling work environment.
No, it's like, hey, everyone needs to come to work in a global pandemic. They need to be scared for their lives all the time and they need to be scared of me. It's just I don't know. Maybe if it's at that point, maybe you shouldn't be shooting anything. I don't want to say it as someone who's in the film industry, but if the holes in your system are that significant, then maybe you should just shut down for a bit like everyone else. And I don't want to shut down because I'm still working. But that's my point. It's you need to handle it better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can handle it better to continue going. But if it's going to be like that, if it's really that serious, and if red fucking alarms are going off all the time over two people standing too close, shut it down. You know what I mean? It's unrealistic. It's hypocritical. Kick them off set if it's really a COVID problem. If it's not a COVID problem, it sounds like you are just being a little bitch. I was actually in a similar situation to this whole COVID or this whole Tom Cruise thing. I was on the receiving end of the yelling. And it wasn't out of some sort of act of defiance on my part or anything like that. I was shooting behind the scenes for a commercial. I'm not going to say who it was with or what the company was. It was a really big commercial. Well, fairly big commercial for a really big company. And one of the people on set was feeling not good. And it was the assistant director on the set. They were feeling not good. I overheard the conversation. I guess their temperature tested high. I mean, frankly, they were standing out in the middle of the field for like an hour in the beating hot sun with no shade. So part of me just thinks they went over to get their temperature tested just to leave. But I mean, hey, he had to leave. You know, it's good that he brought it up.
Yeah.
And then he left.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
He was leaving. He was on his way to leave, and I wanted to get, because I was shooting BTS, I wanted to get some B-roll of just a walkie-talkie with him calling things, because he's the AD, so he goes, cut, action, roll camera, let's move on, stuff like that. So I just wanted him, with the walkie-talkie that he already had on him, to sit in his truck, and then I'm going to set my walkie-talkie up on like a post or something, and just film it, and get him, film the walkie-talkie as he makes calls through the walkie-talkie. Just so I have the audio and a little visual that I can cut to, you know, because it's like, you know, BTS video is like kind of like a documentary. I didn't get 2 words in. He's walking by, and I was just like, hey, what's your name? And some dude from production comes over, and he's like, no, absolutely not. You get out of here. You. I can't remember what he said to me, but he just gave this like really quick, sharp, just started fucking berating me immediately. And I didn't you know, as far as I knew, and I agree, it was kind of a stupid thing for me to ask him to stay, but I wasn't even asking him to stay. Wasn't even able to get a word out. It was just, but that's the thing, is there's so much tension around COVID on productions. I don't blame the guy for getting super angry at me, frankly, because he's probably super nervous, and he's got like, not only does he have the company that we're shooting for, he's got his production company, and then he's got all the crew. Everybody relies on him, this person, to be there, right? Mm-hmm. And to make sure that they're not having like a breakout on their production. So, you know, I get why he got mad at me, but I just don't, he didn't have to. It was very unnecessary. Had I even finished my sentence and we did record the thing, it would have been perfectly COVID safe. But I just get the sense that there's a lot of tension in regards to COVID. And it's kind of like, sometimes it's like walking on eggshells with specific producers, which is completely understandable. Mm-hmm. All I'm saying is I can see Tom Cruise's side in that aspect. Doesn't make it okay. Still completely irrational and still not healthy and not sustainable.
Yeah,
you know,
no.
At the end of the day, all this COVID safety on production is meant to be sustainable, right? At least until we have a vaccine that's widely available and we can all consider ourselves safe to go back to work, right? So is yelling sustainable? I don't know. Everything is weird. And speaking of weird, now we shift into the Walter the Balter section. And Walter the Balter, you probably don't know who he is. In fact, I barely even know who he is. So
now let's talk about
it. This is the guy, this is the FX9, crazy FX9 rig, the one that's probably in the thumbnail or the title or something. I'm just going to introduce you to Walter the Balter the way that I was introduced to Walter the Balter, which was on this post about terrible. Oh, I'm signed into your Facebook right now.
Oh.
Is this going to work? This should work. Let's just stay on your Facebook and tell.
Oh yeah, I guess it's on my laptop.
Yeah, my laptop got destroyed on a recent shoot, and now we're using Bree's laptop. Anyway, so this is how I was introduced to Walter the Balter. Caden posts this photo. He says, introducing the Balder Award for when your rigs are terrible. So he mocked up this 3D rig. I think the rods in the eyes are a reference to our last video when Shay made that comment about the rod stabbing your eyes out with the rods, which I think is hilarious. So I guess, so anyway, so it's like, what the fuck is this? The Balder Award, and it says, because your rig is trashed there on the bottom. And then this comment is sort of what introduced me to the whole Balter thing. So he says, this guy leaves a comment. He says, I really hate to like this because I'm totally against bullying and mockery, but this guy is really toxic and deserves this. That was some pretty strong words. He gets into arguments on purpose just to pull out the race card in a matter of seconds and talks down from above on everyone. You can try to be constructive with your comments, but it doesn't matter. This guy is just online to make noise about him and him alone. Well, we're making noise about him, so you should be happy about it, hopefully. Having some self-esteem? Having some self-esteem. Self-esteem? Self-esteem. Having some self-esteem is totally fine, but his behavior is freaking narcissistic. In which software did you get this model done? Blah, 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 blah. Someone else makes a comment about Walter here. 6,500 languages and this man chose to speak facts. Someone says, I missed out on the story. What's the tea? Or the tea, what's the story? Blah, blah, blah. I'm sure you don't want to. Let me just get into this. Where is it? I'm all for inclusivity in the community, but his attitude sucks. Some dudes were super harsh, but that's any community. He's really going to have to set himself apart if he wants to make it in LA. Blah, blah, blah. You get it. There's clearly some animosity amongst these people, at least. And as far as I can understand, it comes from the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera page, which he used to post on a lot. And allegedly, according to those comment sections, kitty baby, hello. According to those comment sections, apparently he, or a bunch of his posts and comments were deleted. Kitty, no, you can't do that. You can't. Okay.
Little dance party courtesy of the kitty cat.
Kitty. Stop it. You should hit some of these, by the way. Oh, okay. So I got.
That's my favorite.
That was there's a moment in, I think it was like 2 podcasts ago or something with Shay, and I was listening to it and Brie was like, oh, that's a good soundbite. So that's me. That's just me going bleh. So anyway, so that's basically how I was interested in Walter the Balter. Didn't really interact with him after that. I tried to Google I tried to look him up on Facebook and I didn't really see much. And then I saw one of his posts on the Sony FX9 group. Is this gonna work if you're not? Let's see. Your chats are all opening. Okay, yeah, it's gonna work. There's my comment right there. Okay, here we go. So I'm on the Sony. I'm just browsing Facebook, and this Sony FX9 page pops up. And who is it? None other than Walter the Balter. Here he is. This rig's kind of crazy, but it's not the worst. No top handle. And you can kind of see a glimpse of like what there's something weird going on with this camera. And then can you actually see it in any of these photos? Anyway, it looks really fucked up. So you can kind of see it from this angle, but if you like, it's got, there's one handle there, there's another handle in there, there's 2 spigots here, the monitor's like up here, and there's another handle on that side, and then there's a follow focus here. Just a little funky. It's like, I don't understand what's going on with this rig. There's like a strap here. It looks weird. So like, wait here. I think in this photo you can see a little better. Can you zoom in on this? Oh, I can't zoom in on Facebook. Zoom in. Zoom, baby. Zoom. Okay, well, we'll see his rig a little bit better. Anyway, basically there's like 6 handles. There's like 6 handles on the rig, which is pretty unorthodox. I count 1, 2. Okay, I count 2, but I swear to God, there's 6. So, and you'll see more as we get on, or as we move on. So it says, "What is going on with that rig, lol?" Just being cheeky, like I wasn't trying to be mean. Like the rig is objectively weird looking. There's like
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, like what is going on? There's a lot going on with the rig. And also I kind of knew who he was, and I knew he would be really a little butthurt by this. So I can't say I was completely innocent when I was making that comment, but I still think it was just for fun. He says, "Dear Mr. Privileged, I'm privileged. I am privileged, but anyway, dear Mr. Privileged, I'll let you know when I have time for your petty shit. Have a nice day." Like a bit of an overreaction to me saying, what's going on with that rig, lol.
Mr. Privilege.
Right. And before we move on from that, I'd like to mention that when he made that comment, I went to his Facebook profile. He says, because he called me privileged. So this was the first thing I saw on his Facebook profile. It's a poem about himself.
Oh.
By himself. It says, "Little black boy raised on electronics. Sounds pretty privileged to me." I'm kidding. I wasn't raised on electronics. I was raised on fucking sticks and dirt. Got picked on because I don't sound ebonic. How ironic. Young Walter Thomas sees life beyond this. Watch me perfect time it. I mean, at least he's got confidence.
It's not that bad of a poem either. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, it's not. I'm just saying it's funny that
That's like the first thing that you saw.
The first thing I saw was a poem about himself, and I kind of know him as someone who's very full of himself, and also something kind of acknowledging that he's privileged, which is funny because he just called me privileged. Anyway, I say, lol, okay, still a weird looking rig. Getting all butthurt about it seems petty to me. He says, check yourself. And then he says, check yourself again. And I said, check your rig. And he says, check these nuts.
Which, to be honest,
was really funny. It is genuinely funny. And then I say, are they as fucked up as your rig? Which is funny also. Is that funny?
I thought it was
pretty funny. I kind of ruined the funniness, but it's funny. Just believe me that it's funny. Are they as fucked up as your rig? I debated using the F word in this. I was like, maybe that's too confrontational. Someone says, so then I guess, yeah, see, there's a lot of people who are defending him, or two people who are defending him. Dude, I just said that his rig looked weird. I'm not saying that he's like a bad filmmaker. I'm like, dude, your rig looks weird. You can't just be like, oh, this is the reason why it looks that way.
Yeah, at least
rather than be like, you fucking idiot.
Coming on
By the way,
page,
you have an FX9. You have an FX9, okay, brand new Sony Cinema camera, and you live in LA. Don't tell me that you're not privileged. Give me a fucking break. Anyway, so now I'm making a video about one petty Facebook comment. Who's the petty one now, bitch? So he has said, his rig might look fucked up to you, but have you seen his lovely footage he makes? That's what counts. And I was like, you know what? You're right. I want to check out the lovely footage that he makes. So anyway, we're going to go check out his YouTube channel. And this is not meant to be hateful towards him. Frankly, he's got some okay stuff. But when I went to his YouTube channel, I found it was just like, it was weird. It was interesting, to say the least. And you'll see why. So who is Walter the Balter? In my opinion, he is the ultimate video boy. He is a professional flexer. And he is an inspirational and motivational positive guy. And that's not me joke. I'm not joking. It's true. Even though he is also seems a little crazy. So after this, I kind of wanted to find more examples of him being crazy and being an asshole on Facebook. And it was kind of, frankly, you're not invited to the page. I got to sign in on my stuff. Okay, let me just finish that sentence. I was trying to find more examples of being an asshole on Facebook because it seemed like it was pretty prominent based on a bunch of people that I've talked to. But I couldn't find anything. And, someone in those comment section mentioned that a bunch of stuff was deleted. And I assume that's why. I did find one thing, and now I have to sign out of your Facebook to do it. So
oh man,
there's going to be some dead air.
I don't remember my password, so that might be
okay, fine. I won't sign out. I'll just make an incognito tab.
Okay.
Oh, but I don't know if I can open this in incognito. Fuck the show. This is it. The show's dead. It's gone.
You
dead.
Killed it.
Can you join the group? Let's see. Oh, it just puts a request in. You don't know your Facebook password?
No, but just go for it. I'll figure it out.
Okay, I'm going to log you out. I'm sorry. Logging out. Let's put on some music. Howdy there. That's how I started it last time. I'm gonna log out of the account. It's actually kind of distracting. I went a little too high at the start, so now I'm struggling to make it work. It's also kind of hard to type while I am singing, so I'm gonna stop. Now I gotta find my password. Okay, give me 2 seconds. I gotta find my password. There we go. All right, the show is back on. Okay, so I was looking for more examples of him being crazy asshole on Facebook, and this was I found a few posts, but they weren't too bad, frankly, like not bad enough to show in the video or to compare to anything. This was the worst one that I could find that was recent. Is on the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera page. Some person's making the spec ad. Oh, that's loud. Sorry. So it's just a watch pan. Nothing too crazy about it. The lighting's good, but you know, it's just a couple shots. The guy was obviously just trying to make something, whatever. So he says, "Why do you think people would want to see you cut to the same non-moving product, doing the same cam movements over and over in shorter clips? Question mark, which ironically is something that Walter does quite a bit. This looks like you studied trendy videos on YouTube and exported without any thought. I can't even focus on the subject for 0.5 a second before another cut is made to show me." Anyway, he's criticizing him. Someone claps back at him. He says, "I'll let you know when I have time for your BS," which was kind of similar to what he said to me.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime,
apparently this guy does not have a lot of time.
I think he does have a lot of time. He's got a lot more time than he claims he has. In the meantime, actually, I got even more time because I made this whole fucking video. In the meantime, film shit with a purpose, not just for likes. I completely disagree. I will film shit for likes. Anyway, so that was basically it. And like I said, I couldn't really find anything else. You know, a couple nasty comments on Facebook. It doesn't really seem that crazy to me. Like I've probably made, well, frankly, I haven't been this accusatory, but I get in Facebook arguments every now and then about petty dumb shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I don't know if I already stated this. I'm not trying to make Walter look like a bad guy. This is just how I was introduced to him. This was sort of my intro to Walter the Balter, which eventually led me to his YouTube channel, which is full of crazy. You'll see. It's just like it's objectively something.
Objectively something.
So let's check this out. So on his YouTube channel, he's got like a lot of behind the scenes videos. He's got a lot of it's mostly behind the scenes videos of things that I don't really see the final product for. There are a lot of final products on there, like he has like spec ads and music videos and stuff like that, but you'll notice a theme amongst all of it, whether it's a final product, whether it's a behind the scenes video, whether it's just a personal video. There is always a theme. So here in the intro we have him. He's just kind of introing.
Kitchens and pop-ups. Reach out to me. Follow me on all platforms.
Okay. And then we get to the actual meat of the video.
Alpha.
See, I find this interesting because, well, first of all, it's really low res. It's like not a real Sony endorsement. It's just like the Sony logo.
Yeah.
And it's anyway, which is like, it's whatever. There's 34 views on this video. It's like he's not hurting anybody. I just think it's funny. I find that it's kind of funny. It's like I'm Sony sponsored because I put 20 handles on my camera rig. Sony got in touch with me and they were like, "Dude, 21 handles and we'll fucking sign you right now on the spot." Anyway.
Alpha.
So this is a little BTS on something. I just thought this shot was funny because it's like we're introducing Rob Woods by his ass. Like this is the most identifiable.
Hello, Rob Woods.
Yeah, this is the most identifiable part of Rob Woods. But I wanted to show this because it kind of just exemplifies most of the content on the YouTube channel. As you can see what camera we're shooting on in the bottom left. Do we see his camera rig? You can see it a little bit here. Like, look at that monster. He's got a GoPro. He's got a handle there. He's got a handle there. There's actually not as many handles on this one. There's a handle there.
There's
Looks
one,
like there's another
two.
handle. So I see 4 handles in the moment. And then he's got a top handle, which is 5 handles. And then he's got this on like a magic arm. It's like this. He's got wireless follow focus on there, which doesn't actually look like it's connected. And then he's got a GoPro on his head, and then he's got a GoPro on his camera. And he's got a viewfinder.
Up there.
Oh, well, I guess he's using a viewfinder. But he's just got like, it just looks crazy. Like it looks like it's just
He's a one-man band.
yeah, he's like literally looks like those guys that you in the street
That
with-
have like the drum and the
with
kit.
yeah,
and
exactly. He is the one-man band.
Yeah.
Except he's got the
Harmonica.
whole camera department's handles instead. I can't remember if there's anything interesting to show in this video.
There's a handle shortage on set. You know where to find them.
Oh, we get to see Rob Woods go up the staircase again. That's Rob Woods. That's his face this time. Now we actually know what he looks like. Now I know which end to greet. So anyway, so that's basically like a summarization of the content on his channel, in my opinion. It's sort of like these BTS clips, and they're kind of like a little weirdly edited. They're kind of like they're oddly inspirational, and they have this like hype music, and they feature like these interesting characters, but it's like we're a minute and a half into a 2-minute video and nothing's really happened. You know, it's like it's a little weird. Weird's not bad. A little weird.
A little weird.
Something going on, but that's essentially his whole channel. I want to jump into. There's also like a lot of clips of just. It's so hard to explain. I just have to show it. Like there's so many weird clips on his channel because he uploads. Let me show you. I'll show you his channel right now. He uploads so frequently. He uploaded today, I believe, and I watched it. And then he uploaded the day before, and then or twice the day before. But he uploads so much content. But the more you look, it's like sort of like they're all like camera tests and BTS stuff. He just uploads a lot of content. And so it was hard for me to like find a lot of good bits, but I think I found like some good little tidbits. And there's a lot of weird little clips in here. It's mostly camera reviews, behind the scenes, and final products. But there's also stuff like this. And this is you tell me what let's just experience this together, I think is the best way to describe it. So we're sitting here with the camera. How many handles? Wait, how many handles do you count?
I counted 4 right off the bat.
I count
You got
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4.
4, 5, 6 on top. And I believe in another one of his videos, he stated he has another one on the other side to carry it by the side. So 7. We can assume there's at least 6 in this one image.
Wow.
He's the handheld god. So we're chilling here on the sidewalk. What's going to happen next, Bree?
I don't even know.
So we're thinking.
Something gonna pop out of his forehead.
We're sitting
Massaging.
here.
It's a lot of massaging.
He's really, really working his forehead here. He's contemplating buying another handle. And that's it. That's the video.
I was okay.
That's it.
I was expecting him to like rip his forehead open or something like crazy.
That's what I was expecting too. I was like, this feels very tense.
Yeah, it felt like a setup for some sort of like jump scare or something.
Right.
I think it was also the music.
Yeah, the music is a little creepy. So that's the thing is there's a few of these on his channel. There's probably way more, but there's no way I can comb through all that content. Like I combed through it. I spent like all of yesterday just clicking on random videos and trying to find. I I'd like try and base what this video is going to be off the thumbnail and the title and everything, but you click on it, it's always something different, like always something crazy going on. So here's another one.
The old bait and switch.
I mean, it sort of follows the line of what you, I don't know, just this is the next one. This is it. This is it. This is the whole video.
I feel like...
It says, I get the impression that this is the camera test, but just to upload it with no real context at all.
Dreams are hunted. Like, it feels like he's like...
You will be hunted or something.
Like
there's
he's
some
trying
sort of...
to find you in each of these.
Just to be fair to him, this is a bit of an unfair representation of the content on his channel. I'm just picking the weirdest shit that I could find.
Okay.
But the rest of it is mostly like kind of random camera waving and inspirational rants, which are valuable. So that's his rig.
That's why you need all the handles.
Oh, I shouldn't be playing this audio, hey?
Probably not.
I'll just remove it in post or something. It's on a separate track. So he's
This is
curling.
why you need all the handles.
It's true. He's curling.
He probably busts them curling his camera like that.
Maybe.
So he needs a lot.
He's got the strap. I want to count all the handles, but we've already done that. So here he is. He's curling the camera just to prove that. I mean, he is jacked.
He is real strong. Look at his arm.
I believe that he can carry that camera around all day.
I don't doubt it. The eye contact, though.
The eye contact, it does a lot more for me than if it wasn't. If there was no eye contact, frankly.
Oh, there's more eye contact. Very intense.
I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that this is tongue in cheek.
I hope so, but like.
Look at that shit! Oh my god, he's terrifying.
He is very ripped.
Dude, you are jacked. Also, check out this crazy ass. What is going on with the tripod head and all this shit? What is that? What is going on? What is going on?
There's a lot of stuff going on there. What is that?
There's always something to look at in these videos. He also has these colored tape everywhere. I assume that's sort of like just his kind of to mark his gear. You know, because people will pick like one roll of color of tape.
That makes sense.
But it does add to the craziness of his camera rig. That's not all, folks. That is not all. Here's another one titled Rage.
Oh no.
3, 2, 1, action.
Got a sick, gotta mention that shot in S-Log3, of course. Gotta rep that Sony.
What you gotta understand about me is I got a lot of rage.
I believe it.
Oh god.
And it keeps growing.
Blech.
Oh my god.
Still going. Blech. Yeah, it's not as funny that time.
That would have been funny if he did it then.
It would have been
his
funny.
mouth.
Fuck.
Oh no.
That's basically the video. I think here he just stares at the camera for a bit.
What is going on? Did you say Tupac?
Oh shit! Yeah, he said play the Tupac and then play Tupac. That's how I just stop it. Thanks for the warning. But do you see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make fun of this guy, but I just couldn't not help but like this. It's just objectively like this, is just wild. It's just so wild. it's crazy, and he's 33 views. There's like no views. He's got more subscribers than me, so I guess I'm kind of punching up a little bit here. But anyway, this one's titled New Studio.
New studio.
He's so nonchalant about it.
Studio. See you on the next one. In the studio, I'm Rufio, the Balter. I do this for
And this
my
is his song.
partners, do it for the old cool.
He says Balter in it.
2004, I had the drugs.
And then,
Now I'm
Is this him singing?
yeah, I think so. I tried to find his music.
That's pretty dope.
No, I know. I tried to find his music and I couldn't find it. I could only find his song
your favorite rapper
in this video. And then there's one other video.
All my partners got new drawings on. I got on band cheese.
So, I mean, he makes music. That's cool. I wish he would put it out there so I could listen to it.
Yeah, if that's him, that was dope. I liked it. But the video, new studio.
It's just weird.
New studio.
New studio.
New studio.
New studio.
That's it.
Nothing else.
That's
New
it.
studio. And
Alrighty
then here's the last little clip of him. I mean, I got more clips. There's way more to see. Way more to see. Don't go away. This one's titled "I'll BRB." And I'm gonna try not to like skip ahead of this one because it's worth it just to get the context. I'm ruining the context by talking and pausing it, so let's just watch it. Sony
This
FX.
is a mic test. This is a mic test. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Check check. I'm testing. Kaboom kaboom. Tomato tomato. Potato potato. Crisp crisp. Sharpness sharpness. Comic book. Chocolate chocolate. Dracula Dracula. Excellent excellent. Frank government.
This is just his inner dialogue.
This is just what's going on all the time.
This is how he interprets his thoughts.
Dog, sky. Oh man, I can't even think
Tree.
of random words like he can. Flip-flops, Crocs, banana peel. I don't know.
No.
It turns out you can just say any word you want for a mic check.
Hilarious, spectrum,
He's still going?
kilogram,
Okay.
kilogram, dropping, apple, book, like,
Gotta throw them likes in there.
zebra,
Subscribe.
cut.
I kind of dig it.
Like, it's funny. I think it's funny. I don't know if that's the thing is I cannot tell if he's being serious, like if this meant to be funny, or if he's like, if this is really, that seemed cheek. It seemed tongue in cheek, but I really cannot tell based on the other stuff on his channel.
I don't
like,
know.
I have no idea.
I like it though.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, and he's got sick style too. Did you see the sweater he was wearing? He got a sick sweater. So I want to show you this. This is a final. This is an example of some interesting editing decisions. I just want to show this the intro of this one because that's all it needs. So this, as far as I can tell, I think it's his girlfriend or his wife.
Okay.
Which is funny because someone mentioned to me a bit ago that they think it's funny when they see you on the podcast because they were in film, they're a filmmaker, and they were like, I think it's funny whenever I see Brie on the podcast because it's kind of like she's always just like it's the same way that I interact with my wife. My wife is kind of just like whenever I'm doing film stuff, she's just along
there.
for the ride.
Just existing in your world.
Yeah, which I thought was funny that also Balter, Mr. Walter Balter, also his girlfriend is also kind of just along for the ride. She films a lot of the BTS videos and stuff, and it's like the same interaction. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Awesome.
And so here's a video about his girlfriend.
I like it so far. Jesus
This
Christ.
represents like
What the fuck?
What the fuck was that? What the fuck?
It's like a horror movie. What the fuck?
It's just like in
Oh,
the middle.
sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You can just back up from the mic.
Too loud.
So it's like we got artisan.
Yeah,
Artist.
it's kind of like whimsical-ish, but that was
Yeah, shot by Walter the Balter. I'd say cut that part. Just cut the Walter the Balter part.
Like, why?
What the fuck? And I soundbite it too.
Oh my god, why?
I don't know.
Some sort of math to me.
Oh, whoops, not the boo. I wasn't meaning to boo.
And
That was
then I will
rude.
think about
That was
math
very
I'm so sorry. I was not trying to boo.
What were you trying to do?
mathematically and like pants, sweater, jacket,
See, shot. I think it's shot on Sony's A7S2.
so that it can like
Or 3.
tie into like an overarching theme in a collection.
Does it say shot on FX9 as well?
Sweater, jacket.
Everything he does, I don't think there's a single thing on his channel that doesn't say shot on FX9 or shot on A7S3 or whatever camera he's using at the time.
Can't that just be in the description?
You'd think so. That's what's interesting about all of it. It's like I should just put the shot of a camera right in the middle over everyone's faces every time. Every shoot.
So it's more distracting that way.
I'll send a video to a client. You know, I'll finish.
Yeah,
you know,
there you go. Shot on.
Spend like a month or 2 working on something and finally give them the final product, and it's just like shot on FX9, Michael Manus.
No, you got to put your handle. You got to be like Filmmiker.
At Filmmiker.
At Filmmiker.
Like, we cannot put this on TV. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. Oh, and then this music video there's just like a lot of interesting editing decisions going on. So this is called GP Butterfield -myself 4K music video, all caps. Whatever that's the star.
Asterisk.
Is that an asterisk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Asterisks are like. Why? I don't know. I had a major mind fart there. Okay. Anyway, so we got Dollar Store Lou Ferrigno here. Oh, and there's also no audio in this intro. So, shot by Walter the Balter. Shot on FX9, of course. We have to know what this is shot on. It's not art if we don't know what camera was used. It's not art. It's not art. Unless you're shooting on a big fucking expensive camera, it's not art. That's just a fact. So
Why even shoot?
Why even shoot? Exactly. No, this is the whole marketing plan. So we got this like, I don't know, chubby caveman guy
Going and buying
grabbing a ginger ale.
Ginger ale. Nice choice. For some reason he needs cups.
Everyone needs cups to drink.
Gotta share that ginger ale.
I don't know if we need to watch
With
this
all
whole
your
thing.
friends.
Basically, it's just like this really long intro.
I pack it backwards.
Sweet. So, was that Walter ordering something? I didn't hear. Did you say it in a pack of Blackwoods? Because listen, you can hear.
Get a small Jameson.
Yeah. See, you said.
I pack it backwards.
Oh, maybe no.
No,
Maybe
I
it
think
wasn't.
that was.
That was the dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not filming anybody's face here.
Oh yeah. Walter is like, I'm not filming anyone's face here.
Why would you keep that in the
I don't know.
video?
I don't
It
know. It's
seems
funny.
so
It's just
weird.
like we need this 1.5 to 2 minutes of us buying ginger ale and
cups.
alcohol, and it's just a funny. It's a very interesting choice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
forgot.
and then he proceeds to film his face. He's like, not filming any faces here, and then he points it right up at the guy
Right
and
at the
films his
guy's
face. I thought this part was funny too. The guy just like,
Yellow.
Would you like a bath?
Please.
Okay.
it's important plot line. Important to the plot line. To know that he needs a bag. He's just standing there holding the money.
The guy's just like trying to put it in the bag as fast
He's
as he
still
can.
standing. He stood there for like 10 whole seconds holding the money. I don't know. Just put the money down at that point. Or do you put the money down? What's the more respectful thing to do in that situation? Would you just hold it? Is it okay to just hold it?
it is a little weird.
I feel like it's
it
a bit
does make
rude.
it feel like you have to
You're
rush.
kind of just like, hurry up.
Yeah.
Just
I
like,
would probably put it on the counter. Or just put my hand down.
I'd probably put it on the counter. I'd put the
Yeah.
money on the counter. I don't think I would.
I was
Sorry, keep doing that. Mike.
was not thinking that this was. I was thinking this was in Canada, and I was like, "What?
Why
He
is there
can buy
alcohol in,
alcohol
Yeah, you can buy.
at the convenience store?"
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh yeah, that's not Canada."
yeah, that tripped me out last time I went to States too. I went to the liquor store, expecting to get like beer, and they only had red wine and like
Right.
liqueurs and stuff like that. Anyway.
Fancy.
I don't know. This guy's just such a character.
I'd ask for their help. They left me by myself. I put faith in myself. I rock out to my hells. Dope boy like I hopped up the scale. Dope boy like I hopped up the scale. Dope boy, I'm a dope boy.
I will give him some credit on this one. Most of his videos aren't lit, and it looks like he's using a reflector. So, looks good on you, Walter. Maybe a little softer on the reflector though.
Like I hopped up the scale. Hot box when I spark like a hookah lounge when we park. I don't do the do say if it's dark. I do say.
We don't have to go through
And
this whole thing.
props
Let me
for
get to the
wearing
highlights.
masks on your video.
Yeah, that's true. Although he wasn't wearing. Was he wearing a mask in the store?
This guy was.
Oh well, that's good.
The North Face
Props for wearing the
import.
mask. This part when they were filming, I was like,
Wait,
wait a
nah,
second, are they filming in the middle of the road?
It
Like,
looks-
are they in the middle of the road?
It looks like.
Sport ways, these whores say that they'd extort me. Deep truths that I speak.
He's driving this minivan with no bumper.
Oh no!
I mean, I guess that's legit. That's fucking.
You do what you gotta do. You work with what you got.
I mean, it's kind of sick. This guy's got a good. I understand the vibe.
Love wins. I got dog friends. Hope they love God like
I don't mind that he looks like I don't know, Hagrid's like cousin or
Nephew.
some degenerate cousin.
I love them. Had to get dirty. Had to dig in. Went from pigskins to thin stems. And I'm just so
I swear to God, he looks like. Anyway, so I suspected that he was sitting right in the middle of the street because he definitely is sitting right in the middle of the street.
Oh my god!
See, it looks listen, it looked good for the other shots, but don't do the wide shot. No wide
You
shot.
don't need all that in there.
I'm all for guerrilla filmmaking and kind of like doing what you got to do to get the shot as long as you're not inconveniencing anyone. It looks like they're clearly like, they're within some lines there. They probably weren't inconveniencing anybody. Too bad. The street doesn't look too busy. But man, this wide shot is so comical. They're just in the street. It's fucking. It's. I don't know, man. What's a good? I'm looking for. Do I have a? Where's the womp womp? Oh no! What? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's just got sad trumpet feels. A little bit sad trumpet vibes. I just thought that was a little funny. But overall, I mean, it's not a bad music video.
No.
They lit it. It has a little bit of a story. I think they could cut this whole intersection and not mention the camera, but
Yeah, that was a little. I know they're trying to make it feel like gorilla and like
they want
handheld.
they
You
want that
the
vibe, but they just cut it up. You can get that vibe in like 10 seconds.
Well, you don't. Yeah, you don't.
Just let it breathe a little bit. You can cut that out. Anyway, what else is we got another one.
Not the worst music video.
No, not the worst. I'm gonna see if I covered everything from that. Yeah, I think I did. Good final. Oh yeah, and so this was one. I just so I'm not shitting on him too much. This one, I feel like most of the stuff that I saw, it would have just been fully criticism.
Rob Woods again.
Yeah, this guy's a theme in his videos. Actually, shot on Sony FX9, of course. Sick embossing there on that text.
All the text in his videos are kind of crazy.
He's always trying new shit.
Yeah?
Sign of an artist. True artist.
Ever since I was young, I believed I
So,
could fly.
anyway, the color, I want to show this one because the color's really nice on it, and it's very consistent throughout the whole thing, which looks nice. I still don't know about, like, I question some of the editing and some of the framing choices, but that's something that comes with time, and that's also a style thing, so whatever. But I just didn't want to shit on him completely. The color looks really good on this one. And it's a solid track with a solid artist, solid location.
This one doesn't look as
that
good.
one's a little
Not
goofy.
as good.
It's a little goofy. It looks okay. It's just like kind of goofy overall.
Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned the Rob Woods guy. I wasn't going to show this, but I'll just show you real quick. Because he's got a bunch of these other ones with Rob Woods. And it's for a really long time. And we got, we got a sick intro, of course. Let's start that over.
What's with that?
I know. I don't know. It's like
Where
this.
is that
It's
from?
like this. I
So
don't
crazy.
understand. I don't understand. What the fuck is that?
Just to get you in the music video mood.
Yeah, right? That puts me into the
Are
music
you
video
in
mood.
the
It's
mood?
that one. Oh, no,
Are you in the mood?
I'm in the mood now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's driving me crazy.
So as we start there, Portal of Mortals. Last time we talked about mentioning.
So Portal Immortals, I think, is his. I don't know if it's a production
It's a
company.
film.
So this is pull-ups, dips, push-ups. I think he talks about going to prison in this one, and then at the end we have some very dramatic stuff, which is like, I don't know. Looks okay, but this isn't the point of it. This isn't the point. So this Rob Woods one, I was trying to figure out who is Rob Woods. Rob Woods has been to prison. Rob Woods.
To be able to connect that with our lives and ourselves. Each
Rob
and every
Woods.
day we're trying to grow. Sometimes you kind of cross over and you're in a cactus situation, or you're supposed to be a strong cactus, but you're over here trying to be the leafy green.
They've always got great metaphors that I don't understand. They're always like, I mean,
Trying to be a strong cactus, but you're over here trying to look like a leafy green.
I don't know what that means. But either way, Rob Woods like plants. So Rob Woods is here buying
With some
buying some plants. That's cool. Maybe the roommates. I have no idea. And then here's Rob Woods. He likes coffee. Shot on Sony FX9, of course. As
Good
always.
coffee shop is a huge part of my day, a big part of being productive.
So I don't know. Who is Rob Woods? Before I watched that, I this was before I saw any of his musical talent. So I was like, who the fuck is this guy? There's like a bunch of different videos of Rob Woods just like doing everyday things.
Stuff.
There's like these mini documentaries with lots of metaphors that I don't quite understand. Of Rob Woods. Anyway, Rob Woods.
You need to stitch all of them together and make like a full feature-length documentary.
I think maybe that's the
So let's
intention.
talk about this.
So what are we doing here? Oh yeah, he uses he uses the clip, the
Massagey.
Oh, this is his music too. Oh, I should have taken this. I should have.
Making noises, I think it's a transformer. Speaking of
So let's talk about.
I want to find his music. I wanted to use it to intro this podcast and outro this podcast, but I couldn't find it. Maybe I guess I just didn't look hard enough. Oh, whoops. No, I didn't want to skip it. Hold on. Sorry, I gotta go back.
So let's talk about the zoom feature really quickly. This lens comes with a power zoom that's attached to the left side of the screen. Let's talk about the zoom feature real quickly. This comes with the power zoom on the left side.
Yes,
of the
you said that. Shot on A7S III.
There's 2 speeds, high and
of course.
low. On low, zooming in is very.
So this is a little review, and I wanted to include this because you can see his camera a little bit better. There's apparently, and also there's just like so much noise.
The box as well. The box is humongous. Very nice packaging, Sony. Shout out to y'all boys. Focus hold. The only thing that I have.
It's so loud. It's so loud, dude. Just go somewhere else.
Yeah, it seems like not a good place to do audio.
It's funny, but I mean, whatever. As long as the content's good, you gotta try. You gotta put some shit out, and he's putting shit out all the time.
It's good.
So let's see. So I just wanted to. There's some shots here that show off the camera a little better. That's why I wanted to show this clip.
Let me know, but yeah. Minimal.
So this is. Oh right, he's got this one on the back. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I know there's one on the side. So 5. One on top, 6. One on the back, 7. Oh, and another one here, 8. So 8 handles. I count 8 handles at the moment. Is there any other? 9 handles. There's one he's holding on to right there.
There's one,
Is there
two,
another one back there?
3,
Or is that part of
4.
this one? Is that another one? Oh, no, that's the one in the
No,
back.
that's the one in the back.
So 9.
So 4.
Right?
Right up front.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One on the very back, 8. And then there's one on the side, 9. Right?
Minimum focus distance is 0.28. You can
Oh,
get
he doesn't have the
No.
side one on this one, so
No.
only 8.
Yeah.
shots
But he
with it.
does have a side one. He shows that in another video.
0.2
Crazy.
meters.
8 handles?
And he's got the GoPro, and then he's got these spigots, which are never really explained. I don't know what the spigots are for. I'm sure they're useful for something.
Comes with the declick
I don't know why.
aperture and
The thing is, this camera could run so much more efficiently if it was just smaller. Or if it was just didn't have all this stuff on it. But I mean, hey, if that's the way he wants to shoot. But you can
Plus
shoot whatever
he's
you
got
want.
the muscles for it too.
That's true. He's fucking ripped. But yeah, I guess you can throw as many handles as you want on. I guess if I was not a little baby soy boy, bitch boy, I would have more handles on my camera. Is that what you're saying, Bree? Are you calling me a soy
You just
boy,
gotta
bitch
curl
boy?
your camera a few more times a day, and you could be ripped.
I think if I just
like Walter the Balter.
then I can just add handles.
You could add handles because you need them to curl.
That's true.
From
Right now, I
different
can only-
angles, you need to get that bicep curl.
Right.
You got to get that other one.
The other one. Yeah. That's that clip. I will never have what you're saying is I'll never have as many handles on my camera as you will.
You
So-
got to start somewhere, Michael.
That's true. So there's another one. There's some interesting editing in this one.
this is a test using the Sony A7S3. The S3, not the Mark III. Mine got this on it.
I just wanted to show you this crazy ass thing in the back here. What the fuck is going on with that now?
What is?
So, what the fuck? Like, why? So, okay, this is what I see. I see a light stand here, and then a C-stand head upside down because the spigot looks like it's not long enough. Then he's got this coming out, not right-hand rule, by the way, and he's got a really heavy load, so that thing is very dangerous. And he's got a Mayfer? Is it Mayfer?
I think that's a Mayfer.
Yeah, he's got a Mayfer clamped onto the arm at the end of the arm, which Mayfers are not known for being like strong or being able to support heavy loads, especially if it's like a load that's like torquing like that, like twisting. So this is kind of an accident waiting to happen. And he's got this on a spigot. He's got a big tripod head on a spigot, and then he's got a VCT plate, shoulder rig with handles, obviously. I see 4 handles. And then he's got another plate on top. There's no camera in this photo. This is like that's
no.
It's so. It's
Is this
just
like his rigging station?
I don't know. And this is like
Whoa.
it could be. This is the thing. It's not that he doesn't have the gear to do it. Like he's
No.
got all the gear. It's just put it in a better way. It's just
You don't need all of it at the same time.
you don't need all the gear at the same time. Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I was saying he's the ultimate video boy. It's the video boy. The video boy lifestyle, man. What
all
else?
or nothing.
Yeah, what else do we got here? Okay.
Always all.
No, Mr. Balter explains his rig. So here he shows like kind of how he handles it. So he's got a big strap on it that he throws it over the shoulder. I personally wouldn't do that because I feel like it would like push buttons and shit while you're carrying
Yeah.
it. But I mean,
Seems like
I guess not. Yeah, so I don't know if this music is copyrighted. It's probably super copyrighted.
I'm Walter the Balter, and today I want to show you how I use this rig.
Sick shirt.
Sony FX9
I love the
rig.
shirt.
It's 25 pounds. But what's special about this rig is that it's fully built out to handle any situation.
So this is the one where he has the handle on the side. I don't know what's up with the fabric all over it though.
I think that's swag style.
All right, so let's see. Here he's holding it. See, he's got one on the side for that. I mean, it seems ergonomic. It works for him, I guess. I feel like, but see, this is the thing is I'm going to grab my shoulder rig. Give me 2 seconds. Bleh. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Hit me with that bleh. Bleh. You see, Balter, this is what a real shoulder rig looks like. Okay, that's not my intention. Okay, so I'm trying to get into, okay, what am I trying to do here? So I got these little rosette triggers that make the rosettes easy to adjust, so you don't have to have 20 handles on your camera rig. And I bet you, if you just sold all those handles and bought these rosette triggers, your life would be a lot better. But listen, I'm not telling you how to shoot. I'm just showing you how it is. Let me put this down. Hold on one sec. Keep going with the sound effects. All right, so basically imagine there's a camera right here. So he's got the camera, like he wants to hold it like this, right? He wants to hold it with it kind of like tucked into his chest. I could probably just swing this back here. Let's see. Can I get to where he is with my current handle setup? I mean, yeah. Like just like that. Tuck it in. Boom. Took me 2 seconds. And like I get it takes me a little bit of time, whereas he did it in an instant, which I guess is a testament to having there. Yeah, I mean it's a testament to having a 10,000 handles. But having 10,000 handles is also super inconvenient. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, it is petty, okay? I know it's petty. This whole fucking thing is petty. It's not meant to be not petty. It just looks crazy. It just looks objectively crazy, and also, I don't know. It seems like unnecessary weight and problems. But I mean, you know, you shoot however you want to shoot. But I'm still gonna say it's crazy because it looks fucking crazy. Anyway, back to the video. So,
right? And I can just hold this entire rig.
Yes, he's holding it. Let's see. Okay, wait.
Come on, follow me, please. Come with me. There's ways like this. I'm gonna walk towards you. Back up. Stay right
Come
there.
with me.
Stop.
Come with me.
Past you.
Does this remind you of anything?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, okay. Yeah.
She's like, well, you just told me to come forward, and now you
want
want me to go back.
Yeah. It just seems all too familiar.
Make up your
It's so funny.
mind.
I just
like that, guys. So that's one of the reasons, and this is rolling. So
this is why it's so hard to be single as like a filmmaker.
Does he need a BTS videographer?
Yeah, no one to shoot your BTS. No one to fucking help you. No one to help you flex, bruh. No one to show off that FX9. No one to. Sorry, I'm trying to put away this. I'll just put this down. All right. Yeah. So I mean that's Walter the Balter, guys. And then here's just a final fun little goof. I don't know. Which is yes, that was the sound effect I was gonna hit because this is him disappearing into the portal.
Oh,
I think that's the sound effect. Keep hitting it. Hit it whenever we. So here's Walter photoshopping him. Oh, why can't we zoom out? Can we zoom out? What the fuck? Zoom out. Let's see the full thing. All right. So yeah, Walter's disappearing. He's going into Video Boy Cloutland. Anyway, I just thought, I don't know. I thought those would be, they're just these wacky photos that are kind of just out there when I Googled his name. So anyway, that's Walter the Balter. That is Walter the Balter. Thanks, Walter. Oh, not the boo. Fuck, I keep hitting the boo. Sorry, Walter. Only rap horns and whatever this is. No blech. No blech. No blech.
Blech is the best one.
Only rap horns and... Anyway. Blech. Okay, whatever. All right, well, that's Walter, guys. We love Walter. I hope this didn't come off as too mean-spirited. It's just so goofy. There's just so much goofy shit going on. How can I not talk about it? I think he's got some
crazy stuff going on.
He's got some crazy stuff going on. Listen, Walter, you got the gear. You got the. It seems like you got the connections. I'm not worried about you. But I would recommend you stop mentioning your camera in every single video. And when you do a video, just pick one topic. Just pick one topic and just focus on it. And stop mentioning the FX9. And I guess you just keep doing.
That's how he gets his clout.
I mean, this only has 404 views, which is high. So I don't know if he's getting that much clout for it. Which is what I'm saying. I'm saying it's not working. It's only hurting you, Walter, to be constantly pushing your camera. I'm not saying. Listen, it's fine to what do you call it? Gear porn is great. Everyone loves gear porn. That's like half the shit that gets pushed to me on Instagram, on my like filmmaking Instagram page. Anyway, gear porn's fine. People love looking at gear porn. I post pictures of my camera all the time, but you got to separate it. You got to let the work speak for itself a little bit. You know what I mean? If you're gonna make something,
to be at the beginning of every video.
No,
you post.
because it's not important to the story. Like you just just don't worry about the camera. I guess that's just the Walter or the Balter way. Also, oh yeah, I wanted to Google what the fuck Balter meant because this whole time I still have no idea. Balter.
What does it mean?
Why can't I spell definition? Definition. I don't know what an asterisk is. I don't know what a fucking...
How to spell definition.
To dance or tread clumsily.
Huh.
According to that. There's also an Urban Dictionary version. To dance artlessly without particular grace or skill, but still with enjoyment. I mean, if I really wanted to be mean... I mean, he called himself that.
That's
what
true.
he...
I mean, he identifies with it.
Artlessly and without particular grace. I wouldn't call your camera exactly graceful, but I'm not going to say you don't have an artist in you. It's just buried within your FX9 and all those handles. So yeah, that's it. That's all I got, Brie. That's all we got.
That's all we got.
That is all we got. Thanks everybody for watching another great episode of Sounds Like Mike. I'm going to play the outro music. Make sure you subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Filmmiker. Follow Brie at Plump and Pale. Thanks you again for being a wonderful guest host, basically co-host at this point. So coming up, we got a few projects sort of down the pipeline. Potentially doing like some film breakdowns. We can't have any guests on right now because of the current COVID restrictions. So I'm your guest and Bree's your guest. It's just us.
Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Anyway, I gotta finish this. I gotta finish this outro. So I have to. So we got a few projects that I'm potentially like to break down. We got the Popcorn Man. I'm gonna make that music video. Got another video coming out in early January. The ASMR for filmmakers. That's coming out early January. Walter the Balter. I love you. Well, I don't know if I love you, but well, I love you. Sure, why not? No, stop doing the blacks for Walter. Walter gets the cheers and the rap lines. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next episode of Sounds Like Mike. Blech.